right, take a look at this headline. This is in the New York Times. Quote, with Jamaal Bowman's loss, the left is on the defensive. All right. Liz Peek joins me now. What do you think, Liz? The left will go on defensive now? What do you think?
I hope so, Stuart. I don't know about you, but I am so sick of people not being held accountable for their actions. And this is the first time in a long time that we've seen someone actually get whacked by voters. This is the guy that pulled the fire alarm to stop a vote on funding the government. Let's not forget. And by the way, his big credential was that he was a principal of a school up in the Bronx. Well, I've looked into that school, Stuart. It was a horrible academic failing school where only about 30% of the kids are up to speed on math and about the same on reading, which is much worse than the city overall. So this guy has no credentials to be representing people. But by the way, to your point about divide, Democrats need to be concerned about this. This is not just support of Israel, not support of Israel. Young people came out in droves to support Jamaal Bowman. And the older people, older voters, basically voted against him. So you have more than one rift in the Democratic Party. And I think we're seeing this in the polling about Joe Biden. Young people can't stand him. Older people are in favor of him. That's a real problem for Democrats because young people usually are one of their major support groups, and not this time around.
All right, Liz, you've got a new op-ed, and it's titled, Biden's debate bar is terribly low. Trump needs to do these 5 things to win. Okay, if you had to pick one, what is the most important thing you think Trump has to do tomorrow?
Honestly, be likable. Stuart, in 2020 in the debates, he came off as a grumpy, overbearing bully and absolutely turned off voters. Remember, the reason that he's such a famous deal maker and negotiator is that Donald Trump can be very likable and funny and charming. The liberal media never shows that side of Donald Trump. You never see him cracking a joke or kind of being friendly to people. That's what he has to show voters. I think it's going to be tough. Everything's going to be arrayed against him in this debate. But I really hope that he has that ability, like Reagan, to kind of turn people around on their basic view of what kind of man this is.
All Biden has to do is to stand up straight for 90 minutes and walk out perfectly. I mean, if he does that, he might win. Liz Peek, we'll all be watching, that's for sure, and so will you. We'll see you later.